Have you ever heard a story so strange, so chilling, that it sticks with you long after you've heard it? Our world is full of mysteries, but some are so baffling they seem to defy all logic and scientific explanation. These are the stories that whisper from the shadows, reminding us that there are things we just don't understand. Today, we're diving deep into 4 of the most perplexing true events ever recorded. From a doomed expedition in the icy mountains of Russia and a gruesome, unsolved family murder on a remote German farm, to a bizarre gelatinous rain in Washington and mysterious dancing lights in the Norwegian sky. These are the stories that science has tried and failed to explain. Prepare yourself as we explore the unsettling truths behind these 4 real-life paranormal mysteries. Our first story takes us to the desolate Ural Mountains in 1959. To a place now known as Dyatlov Pass. 9 experienced Soviet hikers, led by Igor Dyatlov, set out on a challenging winter expedition. They were skilled, well-equipped, and prepared for the harsh conditions, but they never returned. When a search party finally found their abandoned campsite, what they discovered was deeply disturbing. The tent was sliced open from the inside. The hikers' belongings, including their worn clothes and shoes, were all left behind. Footprints in the snow showed the group had fled in a panic, some of them barefoot, into the freezing wilderness where temperatures plummeted to -30°C. The bodies were found scattered over a wide area. Some had died from hypothermia, which was tragic but understandable. But others had sustained horrific, inexplicable injuries. One woman was missing her tongue. Several had crushed ribs and fractured skulls, with a force that a medical examiner compared to a severe car crash. Yet, there were no external signs of a struggle on their bodies. What could have caused these seasoned hikers to tear open their own tent and run into a blizzard without shoes or coats? And what inflicted those brutal, internal injuries? Theories range from an avalanche to secret military weapons tests, and even an encounter with a cryptid like the Yeti. But after more than 60 years, the Dyatlov Pass incident remains one of Russia's most chilling and unsolved mysteries. Next, in 1922, we go to a remote farmstead in Germany. This was the home of the Gruber family. Andreas, his wife Cecilia, their widowed daughter Victoria, and her 2 young children, Cecilia and Joseph. It was an isolated place, and in the days leading up to the tragedy, strange things began to happen. The family's maid had quit months earlier, claiming the house was haunted. Andreas Gruber told neighbors he found a set of footprints in the snow leading from the forest to the farmhouse, but none leading back. He heard footsteps in the attic and found a newspaper that didn't belong to him. The house keys went missing. He dismissed these events, thinking little of them. On the night of March 31st, it seems the family was lured one by one into the barn and brutally murdered with a pickaxe. The killer, or killers, then went inside the house and murdered the new maid and the youngest child, Joseph, in his crib. What makes this case even more bizarre is that the killer apparently stayed in the farmhouse for several days after the murders. Neighbors reported seeing smoke rising from the chimney, and the cattle had been fed. When the bodies were finally discovered, the scene was a bloodbath. Despite a massive investigation involving hundreds of suspects, no one was ever charged. Who committed these horrific acts? And why did they linger in the house with their victims? The dark secret of what happened at Hinterkaifeck died with the Gruber family. Let's shift our focus to a more modern mystery. Imagine it's a warm summer morning in Oakville, Washington in 1994. Suddenly, it begins to rain. But this isn't normal rain. It's not water falling from the sky, but a strange, gelatinous, translucent substance. The blobs, each about the size of a grain of rice, blanketed a 20-square-mile area. At first, residents were just confused. But soon, many who came into contact with the goo fell ill with flu-like symptoms, nausea, breathing difficulties, and extreme fatigue. One resident, Sunny Barclift, watched her kitten become sick and die after touching the substance. A police officer who handled it reported feeling intensely ill, curious, and concerned. A local lab technician examined a sample under a microscope and was shocked to find it contained what appeared to be human white blood cells. Further analysis at the Washington State Department of Health confirmed the presence of 2 species of bacteria, one of which is commonly found in the human digestive system. How could a substance containing human biological components rain down from the sky? Theories flew around, from military aircraft dumping waste to bizarre biological experiments gone wrong. Some even speculated it was extraterrestrial in origin. The official explanation was inconclusive, and to this day, no one knows for sure what the Oakville Blobs were or where they came from. Our final unexplained event takes us to the serene Hesdalen Valley in Norway. For decades, residents and researchers have been baffled by strange, unexplained lights that appear in the sky. These aren't just faint twinkles. They are bright, colorful orbs of light that float, hover, and sometimes dart across the valley at incredible speeds. They can be yellow, white, or red, and can last for a few seconds or over an hour. Sometimes they appear as single, brilliant flashes. Other times, they drift slowly through the sky. The phenomenon has been documented since at least the 1940s, but it gained international attention in the early 1980s, when the lights appeared with incredible frequency, sometimes up to 20 times a week. This prompted the creation of Project Hesdalen, a scientific research initiative to study the lights, using radar, cameras, and other sophisticated equipment. Scientists have been able to track and record the phenomena, but they still can't explain them. They've ruled out planes, cars, and known astronomical events. Some scientific theories suggest they are a type of plasma created by local geology and atmospheric conditions. But no single theory can account for all the different types of lights and their bizarre behaviors. Are they a natural or an unknown atmospheric phenomenon? Or something else entirely? The Hesdalen lights continue to dance in the Norwegian night sky, a beautiful and humbling reminder of how much we still have to learn about our own world, from the frozen peaks of the Ural Mountains to the quiet valleys of Norway. These stories challenge our understanding of reality. They are pieces of a puzzle that may never be complete, leaving us with more questions than answers. Perhaps some mysteries are not meant to be solved, but to remind us that the world is far stranger and more wondrous than we can possibly imagine. What do you think happened in these cases? Let me know your theories in the comments below. Thanks for watching, and if you enjoyed this journey into the unknown, don't forget to like and subscribe for more mysteries. See you next time.